Before we begin our journey, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up if you're excited for tonight's story, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a magical bedtime adventure. Once upon a time, in a cozy little home, there lived a sweet little girl named Zoe. Zoe was a 3-year-old that had a big imagination, that sometimes nighttime wasn't her favorite time of the day. Every night, as the sun disappeared, Zoe would feel a little bit sad. One evening, as Zoe tucked herself into bed, her mommy came to sit beside her. "What's troubling you, Zoe?" she asked, noticing the worry in Zoe's eyes. Zoe said softly, "I'm scared of the dark, Mommy," she whispered. Mommy smiled gently and took Zoe's hand. "There's nothing to fear, sunshine," she said softly. "Let me share some tips with you to help ease your fears." First, Mommy brought out a special nightlight. "See, Zoe? This gentle light would chase away the shadows and keep your company all night long." Zoe's eyes widened with wonders as she watched the soft glow of the nightlight. Thank you, Mommy." Next, Mommy pulled out a cozy blanket with stars and moons embroidered on it. "Wrap yourself in the blanket, Zoe," Mommy said. "It'll make you feel safe and warm, just like a hug from me." Zoe snuggled in the blanket, and she felt a sense of comfort wash over her. "Oh, I feel better already," she murmured. But Mommy had one more surprise up her sleeve. She took Zoe by the hand and led her to the window, where the curtains were drawn back to reveal the dark night sky sprinkled with stars. "Look up, Zoe," Mommy whispered. "Do you see the stars twinkling in the sky? Each one is like a tiny light guiding us through the night." Zoe looked up at the stars in wonders, her fear melting away with each twinkling light. "They're so beautiful." And then something magical happened. As Zoe stared up at the sky, she heard a soft rustling and chirping coming from outside. Mommy opened the window, and Zoe's eyes widened as she saw a family of nocturnal animals emerging from the darkness. "There's Mr. Owl, hooting like nighttime songs," Mommy whispered. "And look, there's Mrs. Fox and her cubs playing in the moonlight." Zoe watching as the animals went about their nightly routine. "See, Zoe," Mommy said softly, "the night isn't something to be afraid of. It's a magical time when the world comes alive with wonders." Zoe smiled up at her mommy. Thank you, Mommy," she whispered. "I'm not scared anymore." Yay! And as Zoe drifted off to sleep, she felt a sense of peace wash over her, knowing that the darkness held its own kind of magic, just waiting to be discovered. From that night on, Zoe welcomed the darkness with open arms, knowing that within it lay a world of beautiful and wonder just waiting to be explored. Love grows forever. Once upon a time, in a land where stars twinkle brightly, there were two little princesses named Lily and Rose. These twins were as different as day and night, yet their bond was unbreakable. From the moment they were born, the queen, their mother, knew that her heart belonged to these precious girls. Lily had eyes like the clearest skies, and Rose had eyes like the sweetest twilight. Their hair, a cascade of golden silk, flowed like waterfalls down to their little tiny toes. Every night, the queen would cradle Lily and Rose in her arms, singing a lullaby that echoed through the castle like a gentle melody. I love you, my dearest flowers, more than the stars loves the moon, she would whisper as she kissed their foreheads. As the years passed, the twin grew, and like the tallest towers in the kingdom. And so did the queen's love. Lily and Rose's golden hair grew longer and more radiant with each passing day, a symbol of magical bond that they shared. One day, the queen noticed a sparkle in the twins' eyes that mirrored the shimmering stars. Lily and Rose had dreams of lofty as the castle's towers, and the queen knew it was time to let them explore the world beyond the castle walls. With love as they guide, Lily and Rose embark on adventures together. They discovered enchanted forests, danced with the fairies, and sailed across the sea of dreams. Through it all, their golden hair trailed behind them like a river of sunlight. No matter where the princess went or what dream they pursued, the queen's love was a constant like the North Star, guiding them home. Oh, and when the night sky painted the world with a canvas of stars, the queen would look up and whispered, I love you, my dearest stars, more than the moon loves the night. As the princesses grew into wise and kind rulers, they understood the true magic that bonded them together. A love that grew with every sunrise and every shared dream. And just like the queen, Lily and Rose would one day cradle their own little ones, singing the same lullaby, la 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 la, that echoed through generations. I love you forever, my dearest flower, my shining star, my heart's delight. As long as I'm living, my princesses you'll be, and our love will grow forever as vast as the endless night. And so, in the land where the stars twinkle brightly, the tale of Lily and Rose, the princesses with the hair like Rapunzel, became a timeless story of enduring love that bloomed and grew forever. Once upon a time, in a big forest filled with small animals, there lived a little zebra named Zoe. Zoe had a beautiful black and white striped coat and the biggest, brightest smile you could ever imagine. But there was one thing Zoe found very, very hard to do: sharing. Every day, Zoe would play with friends like Mimi the lion, Bob the elephant, and Ben the bunny. They loved to play games, tell stories, and have fun adventures together. But whenever it came time to share toys or treats, Zoe would feel a little unsure. One afternoon, as Zoe and friends were playing near a park, Mimi found some delicious raspberries. Yum, yum, yum. These berries look so tasty, said Mimi. I want some too. I want some too, said Zoe the zebra. Of course, Zoe. Here, you can have some, said Mimi. But instead of taking a few, Zoe grabbed the whole bunch and started munching them down quickly. Mimi was surprised. Oh my, Zoe, keep some for us. Zoe, don't you want to share with us? Asked Bob the elephant. Zoe frowned and said, I'm sorry, I just really love berries. Bob smiled kindly. It's okay, Zoe, but sharing means everyone gets to enjoy something together. Let's try again. Zoe nodded. Yeah, feeling determined to do better on her next try. Later in the day, as the sun began to set and the sky turned a beautiful shade of rainbow colors, Zoe and friend found themselves near a big tree with branches full of delicious red apples. Look at all those apples. I bet they're delicious, says Ben, hopping on the tree. I want one, said Zoe with a big smile, remembering the lesson from earlier. Let's pick them together and share, Mimi said. They'll all be picking apples and placing in them the basket. When they finished, they sat in a circle under the tree and passed the apples around. This is so much fun, said Zoe, taking a bite of the red apple. Zoe felt so happy seeing everyone smiling and having a good time together. From that day on, Zoe learned that sharing wasn't just about giving things away. It was about making everyone around her happy. Whenever Zoe felt a little unsure, Zoe remembered the joy of sharing apples under the beautiful sunset, and it made everything feel just right. And so, Zoe and friends continued to have wonderful adventures in the forest, but they all remembered the importance of sharing and caring for each of our friends. Zoe and Whiskers, a cozy tale of friendship. Here we go. Once upon a time, in a cozy little town, there lived a sweet little girl named Zoe. Zoe had the brightest eyes that sparkled like the stars in the night sky, and her heart was as warm as the golden sun. She lived in a snuggle little house with a red door and flowers that danced in the gentle breeze. Zoe had a tiny, furry friend who was always by her side, a small cat named Whiskers. Whiskers had soft, silky fur and eyes that gleam with curiosity. Wherever Zoe went, Whiskers followed, ready for a new adventure. One day, Zoe decided she wanted a special friend to play with. She wrote a letter to the zoo, just like in the storybook she loved. "Dear Zoo," she wrote, "I would like a friend to have fun with, but it must be just right." The zoo sent her a big playful puppy with fluffy ears and a waggling tail. Zoe giggled with delight, but the puppy was a bit too bouncy for her cozy house, that is. So she wrote another letter. "Dear Zoo, the puppy is lovely, but a bit too big. Please send me someone else." The zoo sent a tall, elegant giraffe with a long neck. Zoe marveled at the giraffe's grace, but it couldn't fit through her little red door. Once again, Zoe put her pen to paper. "Dear Zoo, the giraffe is just magnificent, but it's too tall for my cozy house. Can you try again?" The zoo, determined to find the perfect friend for Zoe, sent a fluffy bunny with fluffy ears. Zoe smiled at the bunny's softness, but realized she already had a furry friend, Whisker or Cat. She wrote her final letter. "Dear Zoo, thank you for trying, but I have the perfect friend right here, my sweet little cat, Whiskers." And so Zoe and Whiskers continued to have the most wonderful adventures together in their cozy little town. Each night, as the star twinkled above, Zoe would cuddle up with Whiskers, feeling quite grateful for the perfect friend she has found. And they live, as you know, happily ever after in the coziest little town with the dearest of friends. The end, my friends, the end. Zoe's adventure in Dreamland. Once upon a time, in a cozy little town, nestled between rolling hills and tall trees, there lived a little girl named Zoe. Zoe was a curious and adventurous girl with a heart as big as the sky and a smile just as bright. As the sun set and the stars started to twinkle in the sky, one evening Zoe's parents tucked her in her bed, giving her a goodnight kiss. As Zoe closed her eyes and slipped into slumbers, she embarked on an extraordinary, magical adventure. In her dream, Zoe found herself standing at the edge of an enchanting forest. The trees whispered secrets between each other, and the air was filled with the sweetest scent of fall leaves. With a skip in her step and a twinkle in her eye, Zoe ventured deeper, 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 deeper into the forest. Her little heart was pounding with excitement. Along the way, she encountered all sorts of marvelous creatures, from playful squirrels to wise old owls. Smiled as Zoe she passed them by. As Zoe ventured deeper into the forest, she discovered a clearing illuminated by golden moonlight. In its heart, a magical tree stood very tall, its branches stretching towards the stars. With a sense of wonder and awe, Zoe approached the tree and reached out to touch its bark. Suddenly, the tree began to shimmer and glow, and Zoe found herself soaring through the night sky on the back of a owl. Oh my! Together, Zoe and her newfound friend flew high, high, high. Their laughter echoed through the night. They were so happy. They danced among the stars and chased after the moon. Their hearts were filled with joy and wonders. But at the first light of dawn began to peek over the horizon, Zoe knew in her little heart that her time in Dreamland was coming to an end. With a beautiful smile, she bid farewell, bye-bye, to her owl friend and whispered and promised, "I'll return again." And as Zoe opened her eyes and woke from her dream, she found herself back in her cozy bed, the morning sun peeking through her window with a content sight. Zoe snuggled under her blankets and drifted off to sleep, knowing that she would always carry the magic of Dreamland in her heart. And so, Zoe's adventure in Dreamland came to an end, but not the memories. They were her magical journey would stay with her forever. For the world of dreams, anything is possible, especially for a brave and adventurous girl like Zoe, and like you, my sweet ones. On this note, I say good night. Time to say good night, little dreamers. Wasn't that a wonderful adventure together? I hope you enjoyed our bedtime story and it filled your dreams with all the magic and joy in the world. As we wrap up our journey tonight, remember to give your loved ones a good night hug, a special snuggle to your favorite teddy bear or blankie. And guess what? The magic of dream is just beginning. Close your eyes, let your imagination soar, and drift off into the most incredible dream ever. If you love tonight's story, don't forget to hit that like button. And of course, if you haven't already, subscribe and ring that notification bell so you never miss another bedtime adventure with Mom. Until our next magical encounter. Have the sweetest dreams, little dreamers. Good night, sleep tight, and may your dreams be filled with joy, laughter, and endless possibilities. Night, night.